Is lunch better than brunch?
Princess and Bear today, we're at Disney Springs. Because while it happens to be cold, we're headed back to
Summer House on the Lake.
Yes, because we are in fact on the lake, and that's your number one choice of food infotainment. We're here to try the food, so you don't have to. Because remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Everywhere feels like summer.
It's time to foodie and chill.
I'm always afraid of eating potato salad in public because as an age-old adnum, especially since it's Black History Month, a month of melon and magic, you cannot eat potato salad at everybody's house. And I say everybody with a couple extra R's in there. But when you add this to deviled eggs and you give me deviled egg, potato salad deviled egg, it's not deviled egg potato salad, I get curious. You have capers, a little potato salad filling, this unnamed sauce on the bottom. Look at that. Now, it's only 3 deviled eggs. I can finish 16 of these before the princess reached the record button. Cheers. There were some doubts in my mind. Magnifique. It is literally like a smoother potato salad, like in the egg itself, but it's still very much deviled egg, but you get those flavors of potato salad. The capers, give a nice little bite through it, you get a little sprinkle of chive. That is excellent. That 4.25 out of 5 claws. I take issue with the fact there's only 3, but that's just me being a hater and a little bit greedy.
I was able to modify these beautiful Brussels sprouts to be vegan, and this seems like a larger portion than what I have had in the past. I'm here for it though. Never can complain for a good Brussels sprout. Yum. It is good. It is so good. It melts in your mouth. It's delicious. It's perfectly charred. It's definitely fried, but so good. This is definitely the Brussels that I needed in my life. They are at the same level as Le Cellier. Like, I would put them as number 2 favorite Brussels sprouts on Walt Disney World property. They're that good. They're a 5 out of 5. They are a Princess Cities item. Get you some Brussels sprouts from the Summer House.
Brussels sprouts all across the world. This has become our Disney staple. If we had an official vegetable mascot of this channel, it would in fact be Brussels sprouts. Do I have anything to back it up? Absolutely not. We just like Brussels, and the reason we eat Brussels is 100% because of this YouTube channel. Excellent. Crispy, delicious, flavorful. Completely unrelated, but you know what really grinds my gears? Characters at Disneyland. There's nothing to do with Brussels sprouts whatsoever. But in the back of my mind right now, I am angry and insanely jealous of Disneyland. You guys are getting characters for Sweetheart Nights we don't get. You're getting whole new Galaxy's Edge characters that we're not going to get here. You're getting 90s Nights. You're getting the bear. You're getting Humphrey. I'm really mad about. Humphrey, right here. Don't get me started on Lunar New Year. If you guys have been following us on our other platforms, Blue Sky, Twitter, we're still on that platform, unfortunately, and Threads, I've been complaining about not having Mei Mei in China for a long time, and we'll continue to complain about that. These Brussels sprouts almost make up for it. They're that good. But somewhere in the back of my head, that little voice is just like, you know what? There's a reason Disneyland's a small castle and they're trying to make up for it. 4.5 out of 5 claws. Beginning of the summer house on a lake, I assume is about comfort and relaxation. I don't spend very many summers on a lake. I spend my summers in Atlanta, Georgia, mostly. Some in Florida, but most of those in Atlanta, Georgia. So summers on the lake mean nothing to me. Now, if you're telling me that it stands for comfort, Rigatoni alla Vodka, that makes sense. There's a huge piece of rigatoni sprinkled with Parmesan. It's a tomato cream base. And then peas. And while I don't necessarily subscribe to pea and pea-related nonsense, every once in a while I need to see how the other half lives. means I gotta have some peas. The vodka sauce is amazing. It's nice and bright. Got a lot of kick to it. Not like a spicy, but like a base level spice. If I was going to give it like a heat level, it might be like 1.5 out of 10 on the heat scale. But this is a one dish I could forgive the peas because the peas are like for color. The flavor of the tomato cream sauce, which is immaculate with the Parmesan and the rigatoni, is so strong. The peas are just like this little ball of popping nothing that's in there, and I cannot taste them. And if I can't taste them, I can't really hate on a dish for having them. I give this 4.25 out of 5 claws. If I wanted the food equivalent of a warm hug, it would be this. And we all need hugs.
I tried to order pasta since their pastas are vegan, but unfortunately they don't really have any sauces to accommodate. So it would have been dry pasta. So instead, I got my tried and true, my beautiful artichoke heart. Vegan without the aioli. This is not a good bite, but you know what? I commit to my mistakes. Now, some of you may or may not know this about me, but I grew up in Orange County, California, not Orange County, Florida. And during that time, I spent a lot of time on the beach. When you bonfire on the beach, you can roast things, you can enjoy many things. Lots of rules depending on what beach you go to, but that's California. That's beside the point. When I eat a piece of this artichoke heart, I feel like I am sitting in front of a bonfire on the beach in California. Maybe Salt Creek Beach, maybe Doheny Beach. Actually, Doheny is a better beach for that. So, yes, I'd be sitting on Doheny Beach by one of those fire pits, roasting an artichoke and then eating it, listening to the waves crash and enjoying just a beautiful beach. It's taking me there, and I always add points for things that are nostalgic. So, as this is a California-inspired restaurant, I appreciate that it's taking me home. I give it a 4 out of 5 artichoke. It is delicious.
A nice roasted artichoke. This is definitely a delicacy I can't blame Disney for. This is something that the princess introduced me to. Unlike her, I got a dipping sauce. This stuff is addicting. Literally, so tasty, so smoky. The smokiness of it is really transformative, transportative, if you will. It will take you back to your last good memory of a bonfire, be it on a beach like the Princess or in the middle of the woods with the cheapest beer you can afford, like in Florida. Yes, that'd be one of my personal memories. The good thing is, if you've never had these before, they always give you the card with the art of the artichoke, the directions on how to eat it. So if you're the least bit confused, it comes with directions. A lot of strange foods don't come with directions. I would say at least try it out. Share it with friends. It'll be a good memory at the least. And we are all about making good memories. I would give this a 4.25 out of 5 claws. Summer House almost has what I would call the Cheesecake Factory problem. Is their menu has so many different items of such a variety of things that it's really hard to pick just one thing that you want and then commit to whatever that is. This time, I decided to try something different. I got their apparently infamous or famous, as written on the menu, herbed chicken Paillard, which is a chicken breast sliced and then pounded thin so it cooks evenly with a huge bed of salad. In this case, more arugula. It feels like whatever the arugula story is here at Walt Disney World, I robbed it. But since I paid for it, I guess I didn't rob it, but I definitely took a sizable chunk out of their stash. So, a nice pounded chicken. I like the grill marks. Herb, you got some char on it. Looking delicious. Chicken first, as always. And this feels like one of those foods designed to trick you because it's healthy, adjacent, and it's wonderfully flavorful. The nice grill marks, the cracks of pepper, the herbs on top, a nice chicken, nothing ridiculous, no crazy sauce, no crazy fiction, it's not covered in sugar, and it comes with more greens you can stick at. Chicken by itself, I would give that a 4 out of 5 claws. Now, just for the sake of argument, I'm going to take some with the arugula. That does not change my rating at all, but I'd say with the arugula, it definitely feels like a deconstructed chicken salad. Now, if you have an issue with the sharpness, that earthy bitterness of arugula, they do give you a side of lemon you can spritz on it to adjust the flavor to your liking. But I think it's a decent dish. I would give it the same 4 out of 5 claws.
This is our 4th review at Summer House on the lake, and my first time getting a sangria. What's wrong with me? Oh, it's a little bit bitter, I think, for a rosé. And if I had to pick between the rosé here or the rosé at Coronado at Three Bridges, I would pick Three Bridges over this. This isn't bad, but it's not my favorite. Maybe different fruits in there? I don't know. The peach isn't coming in very strong for me. I would give it a 2.75 out of 5 sangria.
Seeing as I'm never beating the allegations as a Disney adult, especially one that enjoys the occasional, and by occasional I mean everyday adult beverage, I consider myself a connoisseur, you know? An adventure of the cocktail liquor arts, if you will. So sometimes I like to challenge myself. I legitimately had no idea what I wanted to drink here, so I just asked the server. First, be nice, ask them if they drink. Then, what kind of cocktail do they like here? They recommended the City by the Sea. So you have Prosecco, or not Prosecco, Rosé, gin, and then a tea, and then lemon. All in a tall glass. Very much on the aesthetic of a summer by the lake. Oh, that's delightful. It drinks like a herbal lemonade, but you can definitely still taste the gin. It's got a little bite to it. That is excellent. And I wouldn't normally order a gin drink by default. Gin cocktails, while good, I don't order a lot of them, so I'm usually when I order one, I'm 100% guessing that it's going to be good. This is actually good. 4.25 out of 5 claws. Summer house, but it ain't summer.
It is winter, somehow, but delicious, nevertheless.
Yeah, it was tasty. We don't ever leave Summer House feeling like we didn't really get to eat. I still think they need a dedicated vegan option, especially for a more hearty portion. The Princess can eat appetizers and sides all day long, but there needs to be something a little bit more hearty. One sauce to probably do it.
I really wish I could have had a pasta. If I had a pizza, there'd be no cheese. That'd be kind of boring. So it's just pieces of her.
And you could have had the pasta, but it would have just been oil pasta, basically.
Yeah, which is not my jam.
Not that interesting. But
it's more like salads and sides.
We do always have an awesome time when we come here. The drinks are still very good.
Yes.
It's very Sunday brunch aesthetic, even when it's lunch. But I want to know what you guys think. Summer House on the Lake, is it a lunch? Is it only brunch? Is it a skip? We need to hear from you in the comments below. As always, if there's anything else you see us do, that will always be a place to find us. Hit that notification bell to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, maybe Bear will yeet himself into the Frozone.
Don't worry, she does have 7 layers on. I'm not letting her freeze to death. But you heard the girl.